Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to the ranking member. I would just argue social policy is economic policy. It's a business imperative. It's a reality. We're sitting here having a hearing, and it's a hearing on environmental sustainable governance, but it's really about anti-ESG. And I just really find it astounding that this is what we're taking our time up as a committee when our constituents want to know about so many other important issues that we're not addressing. The rights of shareholders to take a vested interest in the company they invest in are intrinsic to the idea of partial ownership. If we're going to begin to limit the ability for shareholders to affect the corporations they own, then are they truly owners? During the shareholder voting season, investors should be able to focus on whatever values they decide. I don't believe that these proxy advisory firms are hounding down edicts from on high, and frankly, I don't believe the government should be either. If a shareholder believes a value set is crucial to the financial health of their company, then why should we prevent them from obtaining that information? Those types of short-sighted attempts to limit disclosures will actually prevent investors from making informed decisions, economic decisions, business imperative decisions. One of the starkest examples of information with a direct relationship to returns on equity is a company's diversity. Every day our country grows more diverse, and it's about time that the C-suites and our boardrooms in corporate America caught up to the country that they hope to conduct business with. While I would say that this is a noble goal in its own right, it's also simply good business. I've worked with corporate America on diversity, equity, and initiatives promoting workforce. I ran the largest job training program in the state of Nevada for 10 years before I came to Congress, in partnership with all the major hotels in Las Vegas and the biggest union. I know the importance of diversity. It's a strength. And yet, this Congress, led by Speaker McCarthy and those on the other side, are choosing to use it as a wedge issue and not an asset. When businesses are all across the country were suffering during the pandemic, Research Institute Board Ready found that companies with diverse boards grew by 4%. Unlike every other cohort that could be assembled, these companies actually came out of that turbulent time stronger than before. So, Professor Rajgopal, I would like to take a moment to examine the link between diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts and financial performance. In your experience, do you think that these companies are stronger because they have diverse leadership, or do you think these strong companies have diverse leadership because they understand the financial benefits to expanding the lived experience of their C-suite?
So, Congressman, the way to link...
Rather quickly, because I only get a few minutes every time I'm on this panel.
So I would say yes, and the link is through corporate culture, and corporate culture has been shown to affect all kinds of good things about a company: innovation, productivity, compliance, ethical behavior, and performance in general.
For investors, does that distinction matter?
Certainly it does. I mean, the state of corporate culture is probably one of the biggest unrecognized off-balance sheet assets, I would say.
And why would it be material to an asset manager to examine the human capital of a company prior to investing in them?
I know several hedge funds that actually make a lot of money filtering on corporate culture. So clearly it's material to at least those hedge funds.
Mr. Freeman, does ISS make the final decision on how a shareholder votes on a proposal, or are your recommendations non-binding?
They are, the clients control their vote.
Could you discuss in depth how investors are even able to tailor the recommendations they receive from your benchmark policy?
Yeah, so Congressman, thank you. Conceptually, the ability to customize, to take a view on any particular issue that shows up on the ballot really is the free choice of the client. And they can look at issues such as...
Free choice.
Correct.
Free choice.
That's
of
correct.
The client, of the investor, of the shareholder.
That's correct.
And we're having a hearing that would do what? attempt to take that away from free choice, from the party that claims to be about
Gentleman's time has
freedom.
expired.
I yield back.